Hi guys. I got this new mold. Gotta say I love it. It's a Ouija board, so if you're not into Ouija boards, just turn this video off. I've already lost a couple followers on my Facebook page. Anyway, this is my second time going around on it, and I'll just show you my first attempt. I love it, I have to say, but look at it. This is after more than 48 hours. It's very bendy. I don't like that. So I'm going to give it a try with casting resin, which will take longer to set, but should be harder. So I'm trying that. First thing I need to do though is to paint my letters. Now you can put resin in and paint your letters last when you take it off. That's totally fine, but I kind of like my way, so I'll just do my thing. So you need to find kind of a fine paintbrush with a really fine tip. I had one open, but I don't know where it went. So this has got a super fine tip, and I'm using alcohol ink. You might find that strange, but I just love the color it gives off. So what happens is the alcohol starts to evaporate and leaves behind the metallics in here. So I'll just give myself some. Silver would look good too, I think. Alright, so you just basically paint this stuff on. And you see I made this little mistake here. I'm going to clean it up as soon as I'm done. It's good to have Q-tips for this, so that if you make a mess on your letters and you get into cracks that you didn't want to be, you can get them out, get the paint off. Because it will go onto the board and it'll look unclean. So I won't make you watch me do this, painting all of this. I'll come back when I'm about to resin it. You can see it's really easy, and I'll just get a Q-tip and I'll go around and clean up anything that needs to be cleaned up. There is a little thing in here that I can't get. So that's where handy dandy toothpicks come along. Well, these aren't really toothpicks, but they're... I'm just spreading it. Crap. Getting it there. Okay, that's better. Okay, so you can see this is going to be a tedious process. Once you paint it, you want to clean it up as much as you can. Use a Q-tip if it's thick, but if it's thinner, use something. I'll send these in any kits I make up. A couple Q-tips and a few of these. These were craft sticks I got tricked into buying. I thought they were like normal stir sticks, and so I ordered 1,000 of them. This is 1,000 of them. Pathetic little things, but I found a use for them, so anyway, I will be back in a short time for you. Hey guys, so I'm just like painting this still. It's been over an hour, so it's pretty tedious work. But if you want really clean lines, then it's what's got to be done. So I'm just going to show you how I first off get rid of, like, you just try to be careful. These ones are especially difficult. As you can see, a lot of alcohol has evaporated, leaving this metallic-y stuff. But if it completely evaporates, the liquid won't, there won't be any liquid to put on the paintbrush. So you don't want it to completely evaporate. If it does, you just want to add a little bit of alcohol into it. Now for these little bits that stick onto the board. I've been using these sticks and it comes off great. I have to say, it comes off great. Makes better clean lines, I think. So every little while, it only works when the paint's dry. You can't do it while the paint's still wet, otherwise you're just going to spread the paint around. So I do a section, then I take a break from painting and do this for a little while. If I have like a big spill somewhere, I'll take a Q-tip here with a little bit of alcohol. I don't know if I have a big, let's say here, and then I will wipe it. The color will come off, and then I just wipe it dry. So tedious, time consuming, but if you really want a kick-ass Ouija board, gotta take the time, I guess. So I'm just doing a little pause just so I can show you how I've been doing it. See, there was a pretty big one. I could have used the Q-tip in there. And over here, there's one that's on this line. Works pretty good with the alcohol. You know, you can't do the fine lines because otherwise you're going to take the ink off of the letters here. So that's when these come in handy. Just kind of go, and as you go, you just kind of take it off, wipe it off somehow. And then if it gets too thick on the bottom with the metallic, then just change your stick out. So yeah, that's it. I just wanted to show you. Be prepared with this one. It's going to be time consuming. For this part anyway. The rest of it's going to be really fast. Okay, I'll come back and show you when we're going to pour our resin. Hi guys, Carrie here. I got my new Ouija board mold. I did one already, and I thought it was going to be too hard and not stiffen up enough, but it is pretty stiff now. It's got just a slight bend to it, so regular resin will be fine on this. But just for an experiment, I thought I would try the casting resin to see how it holds up, what's different, better, whatever. So I'm going to do that. Now I don't know yet exactly which resin is going to be in the kits yet, because I'm going to compare the two and see which resin I think is best fit. Because I think that the casting resin, it takes longer to set, but once it does set, it's harder. So that's why we're trying that. Now that's the problem with the casting resin. It takes forever to set. So when you do it and you got it going, you want to cover it with something so that dust doesn't settle onto it. So a casting resin is a little bit different than regular resin. I'm just going to put this aside so I don't get any resin on it. You have to use 2 parts of the resin. So this casting resin, I use 2 parts of this, and then 1 part of the hardener. So if it's casting resin that's in the kits, you'll see 2 containers that say casting resin and 1 container that says casting hardener. If you're following this video along and you already do resin and you're just kind of watching this and you got your resin there, you know, it's just, never mind what I said there. I'm going to block that out. I am so tired. I've been in business school as well as doing this business, which is getting pretty busy. And so I got myself backed up on the course, and it's due. A particular class was done on Friday. I had till Sunday to catch up. So I practically did 2 weeks of work in 2 days. And I just did my final exam. It's an online class because there's no in-person classes because of COVID. So lucky for me, I got to do my exam on Sunday. But that makes me just so tired today. Okay, so you saw I put the 2 resin in. I'm putting in the 1 hardener. It's going to give me 18 ounces altogether. which is what I need for this mold here. So this is one of those you got to stir a lot. You can see the white stringy stuff. Can you see it? It's thinner, so it doesn't take quite as long as it does with the regular resin. It is, it stinks, I'll warn you. I don't know if you need to wear a respirator. It says no VOCs on there. Apparently it's only a problem if you're torching the resin, somebody tells me, but heck, I'm on oxygen, as you see my green cord here, and I don't wear a resin respirator. It doesn't bother me. But if you're like, I have blood vessel disorder in my lungs, so it's not like the lung tissue and the breathing problem. Maybe this would trigger somebody like who has asthma or something like that. My issue's a little bit different, so my lungs aren't affected by certain, you know, like secondhand smoke or stuff like that. So I don't need to wear a respirator, but I understand some people will. I was going to pause it at this time so that you wouldn't have to watch me stir. I think I almost got it together though. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I'll pause you and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so it's all stirred, it's clear, it's all mixed together. So this casting resin is supposed to dry clear up to 2 inches. So I thought I would have just like a tinge of color to it, so it will be translucent, because the real art of this piece is the actual gold lettering. But I think it would look pretty neat if it was translucent. So I'm just going to put a few drops of alcohol ink black in here. See how many we need. I love watching it spread across. It's kind of cool, eh? This is why I like doing Petri dish art so much, because I just love watching the effects of the alcohol ink on top of the resin. If you have never done Petri dish art, give my video a look on Petri dish art. It is so fun. You also use casting resin for Petri dish art. I'm almost wondering if I don't want to mix it in completely and have like a swirled effect to it. I don't know how that would work out. Maybe I can't do it that way. Okay, so I'll just... So I find that this little one is pretty easy to do. So in the first video you saw me painting these things and then taking extra care to make sure that there were no extra gold hanging out where it's not supposed to. I did not take as much care with my first one, and when I unmolded it, I wasn't super happy with it because it just didn't look like clean lines. So I did a little better with these. It took me over an hour to paint that. So if you want nice, perfect like I did, this looks black. Doesn't this look black? But if you pick up the stick, it's just barely got a tinge. So I add more black. Let's see here. So anyway, I didn't like the look of the first one just because I wasn't clean enough with my lines, but I think I did well here. And then I painted the sides too, so that I wouldn't have to paint the sides after, and so that the paint actually matched. Okay, now this is still pretty light. I'm going to pour it anyway, because I was going for a see-through look, so... Seems to be, yeah, it's going to be see-through. Not like super, it's not clear, of course, but I could see the gold underneath. Let's just say that. Now, the thing with the resin is, because it's thicker, you're going to want to torch it a couple of times. So I'm going to torch it now, And then I'm going to torch it again in about 2 minutes and again at about 4 minutes. Oh, what happened there? Wow. Oh. Okay, I'm not using this torch anymore. It seems to be haunted. That is really strange. Just want to go in a back and forth pattern. You don't want to stay in one place for too long because you'll burn the resin. I'm almost tempted to put like little sparkles in it, but I think that would be no good. Just because sparkles sink. If there's anywhere else. All right, so there it is. We'll just take you in closer so that you can see the. How you can see how you can see the gold. Sorry, you can see the camera too. Let me just switch the view. There. I don't know. I guess you could still see. There's too much of a glare. But anyway, you could see how the gold just shines through. It's black, but it's opaque or translucent enough that you could see straight through it. Okay, so I'll bring you back when this is dried and I can unmold it. Hey guys, so I'm just it's been 2 days since I've poured my Ouija board, and we're just gonna take a look at it. So to cover it, you can see I have a canvas here. I just took 4 1-ounce cups here, as you see, and just put the canvas up so that there was no dust on it. That's what I did. So if you have canvas and 1-ounce cups, that is a good choice. All right, let's unmold this baby. When we poured it in, I could see through it, but now I cannot. Oh, barely. If I hold it up to the light, I can see the pink of the Ouija board. All right, so let's unmold it. Now, this is good quality silicone here. So it's pretty easy to unmold. It doesn't stick to the sides. It's probably one of the better qualities that I carry. So this kit might be a little more expensive because I have to use a different resin to keep this hard. It's still pliable now because it's been less than 48 hours, to be honest with you. And it will be hard by 72 hours. So yeah, the regular resin one, it hardened, but it still has a little give, so I don't want that. I want it to be hard. So that's why I chose to go with casting resin, which is also a little more expensive. So I hope the cost isn't prohibitive for any of you. But anyway, we're gonna unmold this. See how it looks. That looks pretty good. Got the, how'd that get there? I think I can notice a difference when I paint it a little bit more carefully. I don't know if you could see these close up, but there's here on the outside, up here, like there's all sorts of mishaps on this one. So I did think I did a much better job, so it is worth it to spend a little extra time and get these to be nice and smooth. And of course with your kit, it comes with these picks. That's what I use to pull any of the gold off. So I also put gold on my sides, so I think that's okay. I may end up Well, first off, I'm gonna just smooth sand this down a little bit. This got a little edge. Almost all molds get that little edge. I just don't know whether I'm going to put a real coat of paint on there or leave it as is. But right now it needs to stay flat for 72 hours. And that ends our video. I love Ouija boards, and I know a lot of people find them creepy. I just love the look of it, this Ouija board. I don't know what these symbols mean, but whatever. I just love the look of it. Anyway, so if you're interested in a kit, you can find me on www.theartofthepour.ca. You can find me on my Etsy store, The Art of the Poor, no spaces. You can find me on Facebook, also called The Art of the Poor, and on Etsy. So hopefully I'll see you on one of those. And if you've ordered a kit here, or if you already had the mold and you're making it yourself, I would love to see your results. So anyway, thank you for watching.